Welcome to another Steam Replies video. This one is special, because we got so much information. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Now let's get into the replies. Rivet Progress, question for TG. In a recent post, you've said that you're trying to beat the game yourself. As you said, a developer should be able to beat their own challenge, or something along the lines of that. I assume that by beating it, you need to build the Rivet up, at least completely stock. If so, did you start a new save to do this, or is it on an existing save? How's progress on the Rivet been so far? Have you collected a decent number of parts yet? I have one MK in my pocket. Electricity has been cut off long time ago. Only place to sleep in warm is Gifu cabin, but I am running out of diesel as well. I could sell all the chorus parts for scrap, but scrap metal value is at rock bottom right now. It could be worse, I think. Were you fired from your main job? Sort of. I stopped going there because I drove my car to ditch when drunk. I haven't been able to tow it out in proper time and could not get to work. I also overslept bus schedule, and after failing too many times getting to work, I just stopped bothering getting there at all. I also have unpaid speeding ticket that I can't afford to pay, so I will eventually go to jail anyway. There is an actual reason to you get to this point, or it's just MWC average gameplay. MWC is a lot more challenging than MSC. Do you think if we kept going to the job and don't get fired, you think we can survive and not get to that point? Yes, but you need to make sure that you have enough money to survive until first paycheck. I failed in that because I went to work when I was already completely broke. I don't think it's too bad. A lot of the issues TG had is based off his own mistakes. Crashing the sorbet into a snowbank while drunk driving, spending too much money on parts, not going to work. That's more on him than the game itself. Yes, I made some stupid mistakes that accumulated into my current situation. Drunk driving and speeding ticket being most obvious, but also laziness, not doing any work that pays. Pretty sure he has assembled the Rivet by cheating in the parts, most likely multiple times. He just hasn't been able to do it in a legitimate playthrough. Yes, this is what I have done, but it doesn't tell anything about the gameplay arc of getting the parts, so that's why there needs to be a proper playthrough as well. I think you're tiring yourself out for nothing. I love to play the game. I never have enough hours available to do it as much I would like to. I also like when the save becomes struggle. This is not hard. From what I know, all these input things are one of the easiest things to do in a game. This would take more than 1 to 2 hours to do and test. This is something that could be experimented during a dev stream. It is an interesting idea and I can't say for sure how it might work. AI has caused me a bit of fear regarding games. Each time the AI games are more advanced, so I'm afraid that one day it will surpass human games. For example, my summer car and my winter car itself. This makes me afraid that we humans in the future will become boring, because everything has become so easy to do that everything will lose the fun regarding games. Topless gun. Do you as a dev think that one day AI will make a game more fun, better than yours, or do you think that's impossible? I really don't know. It is hard to predict how these things evolve, but making games is not competition. If AI makes better game than what I can, I have no issue accepting that. I just make these things because that is what I love to do. I think humans should shut off their phones and computers, cut off the internet and go outside and meet people. Staying inside the cybersphere will be a bleak future. If you are born artistic and just can't avoid that tragedy, you should learn to paint on canvas or learn an acoustic music instrument. Performing arts like theater is also good. One day in future, those skills will be appreciated. I lived my childhood and most of youth without having to worry about the world of information technology, so I have always something to fall back to. That's why I also have healthy and curious approach on modern technologies, like AI for example. Is it a matter of the size? The other comment said it has to be an American car meant to look fast, and it might not be American but has that vibe of trying to look fast. Not really matter of size, although most of 60s US pony cars were larger than Taunus. Thing with two-door pillared sedan like the base Taunus is that they look sporty from modern point of view, but back in the day they were the most basic and cheapest form of a car that had nothing to do with sportiness. In the US there were plenty of such cars, and when they were equipped with high-performance engines and other such upgrades, they became essentially a muscle cars. Pony car is a different segment, where the idea is to differentiate a car from muscle cars and true sports cars like Corvette. We might see that some cars have overlap, like Camaro/Firebird and Challenger/Cuda. Personally, I still think them as fully pony cars. Taunus would be a muscle car if it were built performance-oriented. European equivalent for pony car would be Ford Capri, for example. Maybe a Opel GT as well. I feel that when they started to build performance-oriented subcompacts like Vega GT and Maverick Grabber, etc., it was the end of both pony car and the muscle car era. It was now basically a modern era from that on, where we can have cars like Golf GTI, 205 GT, etc., small passenger cars with good performance. What games do you play in your free time? Question for TG and anyone else. When you're not working on MWC or play MSC or MWC, what games do you tend to play? I've recently got Balletro, and that's been real fun. I also have Dwarf Fortress, but I'm still learning the main game mechanics, how to truly play it. ATS, Fernbus Simulator, IndyCar Racing 2 and NASCAR Racing 1999. Will you be playing Ads 2 when the Nordic Horizons DLC comes out? I don't know. I like the American trucks and road systems more. The driving is more relaxing in ATS. I've discovered a problem. When I launch MSC, my PC starts lagging drastically for 20 plus seconds. I'm attaching a video below. I asked in a Russian chat online and found out someone had the same problem as me due to dual monitors. I also have two. Someone also told me they saw someone with a similar issue in Steam discussions. I'm asking the developer to try to fix this as it's causing me a lot of inconvenience. Sincerely, Dimchikus/Dimitri, I can confirm this. It is related to Unity DX11, as some here pointed out, but it does not have any impact on game performance. It is just that the launcher takes ages to boot up for some reason. Option for standard grade fuel octane. Future suggestion for topless. Temo currently only sells 98 Aron in MSC. I think it would be a pretty nice addition for him to also have 95 to use in the sorbet, or if the Rivet has a base/economy engine parts installed. It would make sense because fuel in the winter is probably more expensive. Transportation in snowy conditions. 95 would be slightly cheaper, but also led to pinging, water performance loss in a tuned Rivet or Flitaris loaner. Maybe we can even mix fuel grades to find a good balance with fluid percent calculations compared to an engine performance index. I would like to have realistic gasoline options, but it makes things very complicated. That is the reason I have only opted to use only one type, so 98 in this case is somewhat a compromise between 99 and 95. Back in the September 16th stream, you stated that you actually didn't know what Rivet trim you had, saying that you had to look it up through the in-game VIN decoder. Since you didn't know, there obviously wasn't any trim badge on the car. My question is, will there be trim badges that you could buy or find to put on the boot lid? Will there also be an automatic badge if your Rivet has an automatic? Car doesn't have separate trim badge. I have included the trim codes with the regular VIN plate. Yes, transmission type has separate code in the plate. Did we get a Unity security patch I keep hearing about yet? Fortunately, the issue is not affected MSC as it is built with older Unity version that is not affected by this. My summer car anniversary years, 9 October 24. It feels odd to calculate the years, I try not to. I wish it was 2016 all the time. I would have loved to do a birthday stream, but I did not have time today, but let's do it next week. Rivet question, since the Rivet has a Pinto engine, does it explode if it gets rear-ended? You can buy a safety fuel cell. Question for that topless gun. Will the Coris come with the owner's manual or not? Owner's manual and repair manual would be nice indeed, but they are truly a lot of work. Will there, if you leave the outside door open, it will get cold and the price of electricity will go up. Yep. Gameplay. I was watching your today's stream with my friend and he says something is off. He says watching that stream feels like watching a modded MSC, which kinda feels like it. But I think we just seen one part of the game. Topless gun. Did you feel like this when playing, or you and feel like playing different game? Because you seen another of things a lotter than us. It is supposed to feel exactly like MSC, but in winter, I deliberately did not want to change anything on how the game feels and plays. In that sense, you could say it is a modification as in mod. which it most definitely is. If MWC is supposedly a mod of MSC, can we say that MSC mods will somehow work in MWC, for example, MOP? I am sure some mods do work directly, but most likely anything that is related to Satsuma do not work anymore in MWC since the whole car building aspect is redesigned. If it overwritten, is Rivet actually a Satsuma but overwritten assets? If it's like that, most of the mods will work. It's Amphorophon, Giant Taurus, it is not overwritten, it is completely new, but it does have some functions that are carried over from Satsuma but not much. Is there still a chance of the home burning down when using the fireplace in MWC? Is MSC using the fireplace has a chance of burning down the home? Is this still the case in MWC? I ask because using firewood would be pretty nice and cozy, and a good way to save on power costs. However, if there is a chance of the house burning because of it, it would probably mean I would never use it, which is a shame. I think it would be very nice if when you're home the chance will be almost non-existent, like the chance of TV smoking. But if leave the house, the possibility will be like 5 to 10%. Yeah, it needs to be adjusted to work something like this. Probably blow fuses. No, they don't catch fire and don't blow fuses, should they? If you got any new information, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, see you soon.